This is something you guys have been requesting for a long time. It took a while, but I finally found 3 stories that take place during school lockdowns. It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over. And spring break was finally upon us. Everybody was getting antsy in their seats. I could tell we didn't have a test that day, unlike a lot of my friends did with their other teachers. So our teacher, in the middle of class, decided to start playing games with us on sparkle.com. He was a very laid-back teacher like that. As we were doing a brand logo quiz, I remember the exact moment it happened. Right after my friend answered a question, Adidas, the dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill, and to go into lockdown. I instantly got chills. Goosebumps covered my arms as our usually laid-back teacher suddenly panicked too. He ran to turn off the lights and ushered us into the back corner of the room. We sat in silence for about 2 minutes. Then the usual buzzing from a panel in the back of the room stopped, indicating the school had cut all the power. We looked at each other, realizing this was serious. A few minutes later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in class started crying, which only made everything worse. The screaming got closer. The man began banging on lockers while yelling, "I'll kill all of you!" That was the moment I truly feared for my life. Our teacher shushed us as we looked at each other in terror. Then the banging moved from the lockers to our classroom door. One of the crying girls screamed, "No!" The banging only grew worse as the man screamed, "Open up!" 2 girls were crying loudly now. It felt like an eternity as the man pounded on the door. But eventually, he moved on, continuing down the hallway, screaming like a mentally unstable person, until we couldn't hear him anymore. About 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour, the dean came back on the loudspeaker. He explained that an apparently mentally unstable man had entered the building and assaulted the woman at the front desk, causing her to flee the school screaming. Staff weren't sure if the man was armed. At the time, the school didn't have cameras or proper security. The building was wide open to something like this. Staff searched the school but couldn't find him. Teachers were told to resume class, keep doors locked, and not let students leave for any reason. The most disturbing part came later. One of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in a storage closet near the back of the school. According to rumors, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum. The janitor must have accidentally woken him, possibly by leaving the door open, because by the time police arrived, the man was gone. To this day, none of us know if he was ever found. I like to think he's getting the help he needs now.